Hi guys, welcome or welcome back if you are new here. Click the subscribe button. Also, if you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Kayla, and today I'm going to be doing my birth plan for this baby. So this is my third baby, and I'm going to run through a little bit of my first and second labors and births. So I actually am going to do like an updated birth story with both of my kids because I did have to delete them because I took my kids off of my social media. So I gave birth to my first baby in 2017 and I had planned to have an epidural the entire time, and that went off without a hitch. I loved having the epidural. It was really, really nice. I just had no interest in having a unmedicated birth. And the same thing with my second baby. I thought that I could go unmedicated with him. However, I just had like a really, really hard pregnancy and I wanted a smooth labor. So I chose to get an epidural with my second baby as well. And it worked half of the time. So his labor is kind of a little bit weird and my labor also stalled, so I had to have Pitocin as well. I'm so glad that I had the epidural at that point. So now this is my third baby, my third labor, my third birth plan. My other two kids, I didn't really have a birth plan. This time I actually do. I do have like birth preferences, and hopefully we can kind of stick to that as much as possible. So I'm going to jump right into it. So I have midwives again. I've had midwives for my other two babies as well, and I love having midwives. They are amazing and they actually listen to you, and I have had night and day differences between midwives and OBs. I don't like OBs. I just don't. And that is okay. I will have my midwives again. I'm going with the same midwives that have been with me throughout all of my other pregnancies. So I am also delivering at the hospital that they deliver at, and this is the same hospital that I've delivered all of my other babies at, and this is exactly why I'm going an hour away to my hospital. It is so worth it to me to go to this exact hospital because hands down the best hospital ever. And you will never hear me say that about any other hospital. So this time I am planning on going unmedicated. Take a deep breath. And I'm really excited about it. I have done so much research, so don't tell me, well, do your research. I've actually been doing research for years now. So I knew if I ever had another baby, it would be our last baby, and I would want to go unmedicated. I have been looking up unmedicated births for literally years. But with my second baby, I got into the bathtub. Before they could admit me, before they gave me the epidural, I wasn't progressing as well as I would like, so I got into the bathtub. My contractions were night and day difference. Night and day difference. So I have decided since then that I do want to have water labor. At my hospital, I cannot deliver in the bathtub. I can go up until I have to start pushing though. So that is really good for my hospital. I love that they can do that for me. They also have like birthing suites. So we can have like a birthing suite with like jetted tubs and stuff like that. So that's good. I'm really excited about this, and I love having water in my labors. Like ever since my second baby, and I realized like how amazing it really is when I fell in love with like water births. And if I was having like a home birth, I 100% would have a water birth, but that is not in my plan. So yeah, I will be delivering at a hospital in water. So there's that. I also plan on having a calm environment. I already have a playlist downloaded and everything onto my iPad, which is right here. I already have calming music, and it's kind of like a hypnobirthing music as well. And I plan on having like candles I bought some flameless candles off of Amazon because I love having candles when I'm in a bath, trying to make a calm environment, trying to not lose my focus on the birth and on the labor. So yeah, I do plan on having like a very, very calm and serene environment as well. So that is on my birth preferences list. Also at my hospital, they do have wireless monitoring, which is really, really great. So thank the Lord that I can do wireless monitoring. So yay, yay, so exciting. I was going to hire a doula for this birth. However, first of all, they're really freaking expensive. But also I didn't want anyone else in the room besides me and my husband. I want this birth to be very, very more intimate, and I really love the thought of just having me and my husband. That is why we decided not to go with the doula. So I also do not want to push on my back this time around. The last two babies I've pushed on my back technically. And obviously nothing was wrong with that because I did have the epidural with both of them, so I couldn't really move a lot. But I don't want to push on my back. I want to listen to my body, try and figure out what my body wants to push, how my body wants to push. It's really all about listening to your body and listening to what your body is telling you and all of that type of stuff. And I will also have like little birth affirmations around the room, hopefully. I still need to get all of those situated. I have about 4 weeks left, so until I can deliver, I always have my babies at least 2 weeks early. So yeah, I do not want to push on my back, and that is one thing that like I really just want to listen to my body and listen to what my body is telling me. If it wants to push on its back, fine. Like if my body is like, yeah, pushing on your back is better, I'm gonna listen to what my body wants, and that's kind of it. And then when my baby comes out, I'm also not going to be wearing any hospital gowns. I'm going to be strictly in my bra the entire time. So, but when my baby comes out, I want kind of like a hands-off birth, if that makes sense. So with my last baby, and this is what really made me think of this, I didn't get immediate skin to skin. And it's actually policy in their hospital to do immediate skin to skin, but I had a blanket over top of me that he was placed on. And I'm like, just place him on my chest. I want the baby to be directly skin to skin, and I don't want baby to be wiped off immediately. The vernix that they come with that is on their skin is actually really, really good for them. And I don't want my baby to be wiped off immediately either. I want like immediate skin to skin. I don't care if I get blood on me. I don't care if I get vernix on me. Birth is gross. It's also my child, and I want to have that immediate skin to skin with my baby. And I'm really excited about that. So there will be like no blanket underneath the baby. Obviously the nurses can try and get the baby to cry. Very unlikely, honestly. My other two babies actually didn't cry. And the one thing I figured out was that a medication that I am on, which is called Zoloft, can actually cause your baby not to cry because it isn't like an antidepressant. So that's kind of very interesting. I actually had no idea about that until this past year. So my babies just don't cry. Same. Obviously, unless there's something like full on wrong, that like my baby won't breathe or something, 100% take the baby. Make sure my baby can breathe. However, if the baby is fine and all of that, like I just kind of want to have like a hands-off birth. So, and then also it is policy at my hospital to do delayed cord clamping, as long as the baby is okay, obviously. I have had delayed cord clamping with my other 2 babies and loved it. Obviously need all of that good stuff. So that is kind of the entire birth plan that I have for this baby. It's not a lot, but it is what is going to hopefully make this as smooth as humanly possible. I am just praying that like this baby comes soon. I am, oh my gosh, the reflux is astronomical, but yeah, that's kind of like my entire birth plan, and I'm just like really excited to go through it again. Actually, birth is my favorite part of having a baby. If I could birth like 1,000 babies and never have to go through pregnancy, I 100% would, because it is truly my favorite part. So I'm very, very excited to just give birth this time around. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye guys.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all